They had a little bit of bounce back and pushback, which you might have expected somewhat there at the beginning of the second half. But offensively, 45% from the field, and once you hemmed in the threes that they were hitting there early in the second half, it seemed to go a lot better for you there towards the end.
We still have a lot of figuring out to do. Nick made huge shots. Alex was playing against about 15 hands on his arms on every possession. But I was really happy with the way Alex kept his composure when he was getting beat up like that. So that was very encouraging. They gave us a good run. They're a good basketball team. They executed, I thought, better than we did the second half. And defensively, you feed off makes defensively, and when we weren't getting stops and we had a couple in and outs and some layups, and our defense has got to sustain and do better.
And how important is that going to be for you the entire year? Because you're going to see those, that kind of defense and those kind of double teams and some of the physicality down low to kind of keep your cool there.
Yeah, it's going to be frustrating all year, but I mean, I'm going to keep my composure. I have great teammates. They're going to settle me down if I ever do get riled up, but I'm sure it'll never get out of hand.
And with that said, if they're going to play you physical, how key is it to have a night kind of like the one you had at the foul line tonight, where you actually make them pay for those kind of mistakes?
Yeah, just one thing that I worked on really a lot this week was shooting a lot of free throws, especially after my poor free throw shooting in Hawaii. So that's one thing that I just need to keep up.
And just how comfortable were you out there tonight? I mean, it just seemed like you were taking shots from all kinds of angles and all kinds of places, and it was just going, your way. When you hit 12 of 18, it seems to work that way.
I was pretty comfortable tonight, but one thing that we really have to work on with Alex is he got a lot of touches tonight, but we didn't get him the ball soon enough, so he was catching the ball out of the scoring area. Something we need to work on as a team is getting him the ball early, especially when you touched on it earlier, making free throws like he was making today. It's really hard to stop him. He's 6'9", 6'10" in the post. At this level, it's really hard to stop.
And we talk about it a lot, but how much does the success when he's having success in the post feed into your game, and vice versa, in that it when you're both going well, and just generally guards and big men going well, it kind of seems to open things up for everybody.
I think the more time that me and Chief play together this year, we're going to be able to feed off each other more and keep being able to complement each other's games, and it really helps out a lot having this big guy in the post.
And what kind of happened there early in the second half? Because it just seemed like they were getting a little bit of separation, and every three they were taking was dropping. Were you satisfied with the way you guys were closing out, or?
Well, the first three possessions of the second half, I wasn't obviously very pleased because we didn't trap, or we didn't. It was just a tough possessions, but you gotta have him. Then he made three tough threes. So, and he's a good shooter. So, what do you do? But he made three tough shots, and we didn't do a good job of showing getting back, and we could have trapped. There's a lot of things we could have done better, and that's early in the season. We'll need to adjust. We'll watch the tape, and like they say in football, and see what happened. Look at the tape and make adjustments.
Yeah, but what about the defensive effort? I mean, the rest of the way. I mean, they only had 9 assists to 12 turnovers, and while that's not like an exorbitant turnover number, you kept them from really kind of maybe sharing the ball as much as they might have liked.
I thought, particularly in the first 10 minutes of the game, I think we got up 24, and we had a good home crowd, and we were feeding off it, and we were getting the ball in, and we were getting to the free throw line, and we're really getting stops because we had 5 energy guys as opposed to 2 or 3 defensively. And like I said, it's early, and we're gonna have a really tough game tomorrow, and hopefully we can we beat an undefeated team, and we play a really good team tomorrow, and we had a great crowd, so hopefully it'll be a lot of fun tomorrow.
Yeah, and just how about some of those energy guys? I mean, you got some good minutes from some of those guys off the bench that were able to kind of give you some of that energy and spell you guys. Because
Mike's been a 5-year program guy, and Mike Matthews, and he always gives you court toughness, and I thought he came in particular in the first half and just gave us great energy, and I was really pleased. Lucas Archuleta gave us good minutes in the first half, and you know, Cade's going to be good this year, and we got a lot of guys to figure out, you know, minutes and roles. And it'll vary throughout the year, I think, depending on the teams and the matchups we have. But I think we have a lot of depth. We got a lot of different ways to score, and we do have to definitely find a way to get more consistent scoring from the rest of our team besides Nick and Alex.
Yeah, and how much, you know, would the emergence of a little bit more scoring on the outside kind of help you guys and kind of spread the wealth a little bit, so to say, so defenses aren't necessarily just keying on the two of you.
Well, a good example is Jared came in the first half, made a big three, you know, a wide open three, and Cade can do that, and you know, we have other guys come out that may do. You know, Will Morris didn't play much as a freshman, but he can shoot. So we've got a lot of guys that can score, but we've got to find, you know, team rhythm to get them good shots. You know, we can't just, they're not one-on-one players.
Yeah.
So we like I said, we have a lot of improving to do, and it, you know, it should, hopefully, you know, we'll get better.
That's all for me.